Some of the university students that graduated last year, the year before that, and the year before that are still searching for this guy and still unable to find him. And now with this class of 2021 just graduating, they'll also be joining the job hunt. And it's only a matter of time when some of them will realize that maybe they need to create their own paths, start a business, or look for a job that has got nothing to do with what they studied in school. In this video, I'll give you the reasons why I think graduates in Gambia end up unemployed. This is my opinion and solely based on my observation as a young Gambian. I know you might disagree with some of the things that I'm about to say, so the comment section will always be open for discussions. You can contribute to this topic by sharing your opinions, and if possible, I might do a part 2 of this video. Before I start with the first reason, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you are new here. And also like this video, because the more you like my videos, the more YouTube will recommend them to others. So please like the video and subscribe, it will mean a lot. The number one reason why graduates here are finding it difficult to get employed is because there are not many job opportunities available. There are jobs here, mom. If you want to work, you can be a security officer, you can work for Fat as a delivery guy. I can go on and on. But I'm not talking about those types of jobs. I'm talking about the jobs that these people went to university for. The reason they stay up all night studying. Some travel all the way from Brikama to Kanifing every morning and putting up with this Gambian traffic. So at the end of the day, they expect quality employment, man, not just work for nothing jobs. If someone spends 4 years in uni studying law, they expect to be working in a law-related environment and getting paid well too. The few jobs that are available are already given to people that probably don't deserve it. You know, we always say this here in Gambia. Employment is not what you know, it's who you know. Everywhere else you go in this world, it's, get that degree and then go find a job. But in Gambia here, it's the other way around. Get that job first, then get that degree later. Because how do you explain the men and women in their 30s and 40s that have been working for at least 5, 7, 10 years and they're just getting their bachelor's degree now? And you that is 22, 23 years old with zero experience and probably no connections, you're supposed to apply for a job that your colleague in university that you graduated with is already working at. And even if it's not your colleague, sir, there's someone there without any degree working on that job. But why is this happening? Because they made connections, their uncle put them on, maybe the director is their brother's friend, and things like that. And honestly, but I don't think this who you know thing is going to stop anytime. And this connection thing is here to stay. That is the reality here, Like Bill Gates said, life is not fair, get used to it. And a wise man once said, it's not easy like that there. Some people have an unfair advantage in life and some don't. Some people from the moment they were born, life has already screwed them. So for someone like that, you need to put in more work harder than the devil and move smart too. So if you're a young person in the university, you have some solutions. Number 1, network and build relationships with great minds and share ideas, Most businesses today were built from relationships and partnerships. And most of them even started while they were in university or college. Facebook is a good example. So yeah, you have to create opportunities for yourselves there because the people up there don't give a hoot about you. Number 2, develop and educate yourself. Invest in yourself, man, and don't rely solely on these school curriculums. It will be very hard for you to create opportunities for yourself if you rely on these curriculums because they are simply not designed that way. It's funny how they teach you to become employable and meanwhile they don't even know how to get you employed. Like they don't have systems in place to mitigate the unemployment crisis here. So boy, focus on yourself and be so selfish with it, Nak. Any chance you have for personal improvement, take it. You can even start with YouTube, you can learn almost any and everything here, Read books, even though I don't read them myself, but I heard they are very good in terms of personal improvement. And most importantly, take action. Watching videos and reading books alone won't do you any good without taking action. The second reason why graduates are finding it difficult to get employed is because they are just impassive towards education, man. Most students read just to pass their exams and come out with good grades. They are not equipped practically. I'll use myself as an example here. I don't go to uni, but back when I was in high school, I graduated from an Islamic school, so by right, I'm supposed to be a sheikh or a da'i, an Islamic scholar or something. But during my school days, boy, I didn't take the whole thing seriously. It is after graduation, 3-4 years later, around 2020, I started taking the deen serious and taking online dars on fiqh and tawheed matters. Meanwhile, I had the chance to study under big sheikhs, but I fumbled. We were there forming gangs and calling ourselves Rough Riders. We are those backbenchers that disturbs the whole class and get kicked out of class every time. The only time we open books to read is during exams, and we used to pass our exams, but that was just about it. So imagine if me and my boys versus the serious students who used to put in a lot of work, got closer to the teachers and gained some practical knowledge. If we are offered an internship at Amana, for example, maybe for like 6 months or so, who do you think they're gonna retain after those 6 months? Exactly, the good ones. So it's the same thing with these uni graduates. If A students are finding it hard to get jobs, do you think you stand a chance as a C student? Get out, man. I had a classmate in MDI who works for a big bank here in Gambia. I'm not gonna mention the name of the bank, but she works in the IT department as a manager or something. And she told me that they employed a graduate from UTG who has a bachelor's degree in computer science. His papers were really good, but the guy cannot even install an operating system. And he has a bachelor's degree in computer science. If this was my company or your company, we will definitely sack that guy and employ someone that can get the job done, whether they have a degree or not. There are a lot of students like this here who only study just to pass exams and get a job. They can define anything for you, but when it comes to practical stuff, forget it, man. And jobs don't need your definitions, they need practicality. That's why they say Gambia ka meeting rec, attending seminars and speaking big English, but when it comes to implementing, people are studying things they have no interest in, but they are doing it just to get jobs. I remember when I was in MDI and I wanted to quit my program. My colleagues told me, boy, just try and complete the program, Rick. I was like, boy, I hate this, boy. And they were like, boy, we all do, but just get the papers, Rick. If you don't have a paper, boy, don't job that you will not get a job. So I was like, boy, man, I'm not going to be looking for a job. So eventually, I ended up leaving. So these are our problems here. People that deserve the jobs are not getting them, and the ones that do get them don't even have a clue. Therefore, they can add much value to the system, so the cycle just keeps repeating itself.